know a lot of you lose a ton of sleep at night thinking about what in the world is braising. Well, I am going to tell you right now and break it down for you. Braising means cooking a piece of meat or chicken at a really low temperature with a lot of liquid so that it becomes really juicy and fork tender. Here's a few tricks that you need to know so that you can braise at home and make it really delicious. The first thing that you want to do is use a piece of meat, for example, like chuck, and you want to brown it on both sides well for like 5 or 8 minutes per side. Then you want to just take the meat out of the pan and cook a chopped onion inside of the juices of the meat. Once they're cooked for about 5 minutes, you want to return the meat to the pan and then start adding some liquids. Well, what kind of liquids are you going to use? Flavorful ones. For example, wine. I love to use red wine, but today I happen to have a bottle of white that's already open. So put in some white wine. Yum. You can add some good canned tomatoes. Just get in there with your hands and get them all mushed up. Add some fresh herbs like rosemary, delicious, some fresh thyme, just whole, just like this. I love to add some olives. You, of course, need a little bit of salt, and then you cover your braising meat and you cook it in the oven on a really low temperature, like 300 degrees for several hours. The great thing about using a piece of meat like chuck is that the longer you cook it, the more tender it gets. Guys, this is nearly impossible to mess up. Trust me. This is love in a dish, on a plate, in a pan. Braising is the perfect way to make meals ahead of time also because it always stays juicy. This particular piece of meat was cooked in my oven overnight at 225 degrees. Just to show you how tender it gets, here's the test. Fork, and it just breaks apart. Oh my God. This doesn't even have sauce on it. So good. Warms my heart, made my whole day.